Imagine a farmer who, in just one season, learns how to double her yields while using less water simply by applying practices she saw firsthand on a demonstration field. That's the kind of transformation we'll be talking about today. Welcome back to Insightful Conversations. I am your host, Mushtaq, and I am delighted to be joined by my colleague, Noubia Gribi. Nubia is an agricultural economist with over 3 decades of experience across Africa and the Middle East, focusing on food security, women and youth empowerment, and sustainable agricultural development. She has worked with governments, international organizations, and grassroots cooperatives, bringing both a global perspective and local insightful to some of the most pressing challenges in agriculture today. Nubia, you have worked with some really interesting approaches to farmer training. Can you tell us about one that stood out to you?
Hello, Mushtaq. Hello, everyone. I'd gladly to do that, Mushtaq, and thank you for having me again on your platform. One of the most impactful models I've seen is called the Farmers Field and Business Schools, or much more known for FFBS. What makes it unique is that it doesn't just teach theory, it combines classroom style learning with hands on training right on demonstration plots or right on the farm.
So, can farmers actually see the results for themselves?
Exactly. They can compare, in fact, different techniques side by side, like compost versus chemical fertilizers, using plastic mulch, or even farming without any inputs. It's a seeing is believing approach, which really helps farmers make informed choices based on actual results that they can see for themselves.
That sounds powerful. But does it seem it goes beyond just farming methods?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's really the beauty of the farmers' field and business schools. It goes far beyond just increasing yields or improving production. What makes FFBS so powerful is that it prepares farmers to actually succeed in today's markets. Don't just learn about how to grow better crops, they also gain the skills to manage a business, market their products, and even build digital literacy. That combination of technical know how and entrepreneurial skills is what makes the model so informative. And just as important, there is very deliberate emphasis on women. My program ensures that women farmers are not only included, but are given the tools, confidence, and leadership roles they need to give agricultural development in their community. We also thought carefully about sustainability when we were preparing all the materials for the training. That's why we made sure to involve students from agricultural schools, universities, and vocational institutes. By training this new generation, we're embedding the FFBA approach into future extension systems. Long after the project ends, farmer will continues to have knowledgeable actually people around them to turn to whenever they need guidance or support. They know where to go and the question or get the answers to their questions. So in that sense, FFBS is not just a project, it's a movement that equips communities with knowledge, confidence, and resilience for the future.
I love that. Do you have an example of how this worked in practice?
Yep, I do. Absolutely. One story I always remember comes from West Bekaa, and that is in Lebanon. So, a woman farmer there never missed one single training since we started all the sessions. She applied everything she learned, improving her yields, cutting down on water use, and enriching her soil with compost. This was especially critical as rainfall declined and drought hit the lakes that used to supply irrigation in that part of Lebanon. So, thanks to FFBS, she built resilience and showed that women farmers can lead the way in tackling climate challenge.
That's a powerful example. Proof that with the right support, farmers, especially women, can transform not only their farms, but their communities.
Yes, 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 yes. What I appreciate most about the FFBS approach, Mushtaq, is that it's not just about individual farmers learning techniques. It's about building system of knowledge that lasts. So when farmers gain business skills, when women step into leadership, and when students from universities and vocational schools are part of the process, you are actually shaping the next generation of rural entrepreneurs and agricultural leaders.
How about from the policy perspective then?
Well, from a policy perspective, it is a huge. It means that governments and development partners can see real pathways for scaling, not just through projects that start and end, but through institutions that continue to serve communities for decades. It's about creating resilience in the food systems, ensuring that farmers are not left behind in rapidly changing markets, and at the same time addressing critical issues like gender inclusion and youth empowerment or employment.
So, the impact of FFBS goes well beyond the farm. It's about creating sustainable livelihoods, stronger rural economies, and communities that are better prepared for future challenges.
Exactly. And I think that's the message we want to leave with to our listeners today. When we invest in local knowledge, in women, and in practical hands-on learning, we're not just improving agriculture. Absolutely not. We are building stronger, more resilient communities for the future.
Well said, Nubia. And to our audience, thank you for joining us. Remember, change often starts with a single farmer, a single field, and a single story like this one. Until next time, we wish you well.